How are you learning to work more effectively with different personality types?
To be honest, I have an easy time getting along with people in general, which is probably one of the reasons I'm in the field that I'm in. Um, Obviously, there's challenges as in any work environment. Probably for me, since I've been on the education beat for 6 years, one of the challenging things for me is the turnover in people on the Department of Education side. Um, you get used to a particular tone, a particular pace, you know, a certain time frame for getting information or what have you, and that changes. I've probably been through 3 or 4 iterations of the people at the Department of Ed who deal with me. So I do have to adjust every time because there is kind of new people, new personalities. Not everybody works the same way. One of the transitions I've noticed, I used to spend a lot more time talking on the phone with people there, and I think that's really important because you get to know, you get to BS about other stuff too. If if you communicate solely by email, you can't have, it's not a conversation. It's kind of an exchange of information,
Yeah.
and I think that's different. And a lot of times it's whether the preferences for email or phone is dictated by the other person,
Mhm.
because it's pointless to call people if they're not going to call you back. I mean, then you'll get an email in response. So
Yeah.
I think I've noticed that for whatever reason now the current iteration, they like to use the email. I don't think in a job where communication is important, I don't think relying on email is a good idea. You miss a lot of the kind of nuances of conversations, and even the tangents that kind of make those conversations interesting and also help you to get to know the people you're dealing with.
What do you do beyond just trying to call to change that behavior?
Not enough, not enough. And I'm guilty of it too. That there's a lot of times where email just seems like the quickest way to do things. Sometimes you're in a jam and you have to do it that way. But there's been times where I've had miscommunications because you can't read tone in emails, and I realized that. And I'll get into these long back and forth kind of arguments on emails and at the end of it, I realized if I had picked up the phone, we could have resolved that in 20 seconds.
Yeah.